story.
Sure. My name is Seema, and I have had my relationship with food has really changed over time. Like when I was younger, I used to eat everything. My parents grew up Indian, and so my parents are Indian, so they grew up vegetarian mostly. Especially my dad, because it's a part of his religion. He's Jain, so Jains don't eat any meat, and are really respectful of creatures we're sharing this earth with. But then they came to the U.S. and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, my kids need to fit in, my kids need protein, all of a sudden. And so he had us eating, and my parents, I grew up eating McDonald's and Taco Bell for dinner, and Red Baron frozen pizza, and Hot Pockets, grilled cheese, Chips Ahoy cookies for breakfast that I would warm up in the microwave and then throw in milk as my breakfast, donuts. And then when I was 5 years old, we were passing by the Harris Ranch on the way to LA, Kettleman City area, and I remember asking my mom, staring at the window and asking her why there were so many cows out there, and she's really honest, and she was like, they're going to be made into burgers that you eat at McDonald's. And I'm really thankful to have a mom that was honest. I think a lot of kids have that feeling of why do we eat those things, and then we have animals in our house as pets. That doesn't make sense, We have cats in my house, and I think a lot of parents lie to their kids, but I was really grateful that my mom told me. And then I became vegetarian when I was 5. I stopped eating meat, and it was kind of weird because I was the only kid in my class that was vegetarian. But then I kind of lost it when I got into high school and I wanted to fit in again. So I started eating chicken again, I think. And then I just started educating myself a lot more on the reality of factory farming. Not even just factory farming, but factory farming for meat and for dairy. And I decided when I was 16 to become vegan because it was it was the decision that was most in line with my approach towards the way that I want to live and share this earth with other creatures, and most in line with my anti-oppression political beliefs. So then I became vegan when I was 16, and it's funny because my relationship with food totally changed then, and I started really not just thinking about whether my food was harming animals, but how farm workers were treated in the process, and how how far my food was being shipped to get to me. And so my diet completely changed, and I've been vegan since I was 16. And then because veganism is actually rooted in the religions that my parents were raised with, my whole family became vegan at the same time as me. They're not all vegan anymore. It's been 7 years now since I've been vegan, but now I'm going back, and I never used to like Indian food growing up, and now I'm reclaiming a lot of the foods that my mom tried to feed me when I was younger that I try to put aside to eat fast food. So dal, lentils, and rice, which that was my mom's favorite thing to make growing up, and it was what I hated the most. And now that's pretty much mostly what I eat. I would say I eat dal and lentils. Lentils and rice a few times a week. I think it's really important for people to think about what they're eating and how that not only affects them, but how it affects everyone else that we're sharing this earth with, and evaluate whether or not we need to be eating certain foods that we think we really need to eat to live.